Hey, what up? Welcome. I guess it's week 12, right? Semifinals, big day. Super excited about this cast, guys. Two of the best teams, I think, in this whole Hell Let Loose comp scene about to get on this thing, Alamein. And yeah, what an intriguing matchup we've got. Like NA's best taking on like powerhouse European squad, Extreme Dinosaurs, right over here on, or right behind me, I should say, Alamein, the day version of the map. So is there much of a difference between the dusk and the day? I don't think so. At least visually, it looks a lot better to the viewers at home. But yeah, just before we get into the match and we start breaking down everything that goes along with this big matchup, let's just talk a little bit about what happened earlier this morning. I was able to catch this match this morning that was cast by one of the players who's on the XD team. The caster's name is Estek. Estek is the MG player for the Dinosaurs, and he co-casted that match with Mr. Nitro. The two teams involved were WTH, Wolves of War, and they took on IR, Infiltration. And the map was Herkin Forest. Midpoint was North Pass. And let's just say when all the chips are on the line and when it all counts, the three-time defending seasonal champions do what they do best, and that's just win, baby. They won 3-2, clutch performance from them. So they punched their ticket. They're moving on to week 13 in the finals, and they're going to be playing the winner of this very interesting match. Esprit and XD have a little bit of a history. These guys faced off in the ECA finals, and Extreme Dinosaurs came out the better of that, 3-2 on Carentan. So Esprit's looking to go back to the finals for a second time and avenge their loss in the finals to the Dinosaurs, and the Dinosaurs are obviously looking to punch their ticket as well and take a shot at the illustrious seasonal title themselves. Also, to round out, we've got some placement matches. We've got Helios taking on Refuse, and the casters there will be Lapenu and Honey Badger. Lapenu will be casting the French side, Refuse, while Honey Badger will be casting the Helios side. Map will be Kharkov. Also, I believe it's going on right now, I think. 116 Greyhounds are taking on 82nd AD. Map will be Herkin Forest, and the two casters, Angelo will be casting the 82nd, I believe, and Alexis, I believe his name is, German squad fellow. He'll be casting the 116 Greyhounds. So we have a stacked lineup today. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, this is a really fun week if you're a Hell Let Loose comp fan. You're getting your money's worth today. Plenty of good matches, so make sure you catch that after you obviously watch this one. So what else we got to cover? Don't have any of the server details yet. You know, kind of just waiting here. We're technically a minute away from match start. I haven't gotten anything, it's a terrible feeling, honestly. I wish I had all that good stuff, so I don't know if the admin camera is in there working yet, and you know, just like to have things working in order before we begin to cash, but you know, it is what it is. Well, I do have some time. I do want to kind of go over a few things, get some of the plugs that I need to do out of the way. First and foremost, Mr. Altberg put out an amazing video recently on how to join comp, and I think he explains it extremely well. He does not only the PC, but he does the console side as well. So support what he's doing. Get over there, check his video out. I have the link in the description. Definitely give it a like. It's getting a lot of traction, so let's keep that up for him. Also, my buddy who's playing today, Kaiser, put out a video on how to fix like some of the components, we'll call them, of Hell Let Loose. And again, he and a couple of his mates from Extreme Dinosaurs who are playing today put together an awesome video outlining all the things that probably should get changed in order to make the game better. So give him a like. And last thing, can't forget about, a lot of the stats that you're going to see today are coming from this man, Florian, from BFTB. Definitely give him a shout out over there on his Discord. And he also has a website too as well. So check all the player stats out as well as team scores. And they also rank things too. So they try to do their best to kind of put the community, the rankings in perspective. So I think that's a really cool thing to support. Anyway, let me just, there we go. Just check my Discord now. And we just got the stuff. So just bear with me 1 second. They're already loaded up. They're not even waiting for me. So about this match, I will be casting the British side, which is going to be a spree. And let me just get set up in here. Okay, I'm in, just waiting for the official flip. So yeah, I guess we have a few seconds. I'll know when the thing flips, but I just wanted to go over some of the impact players, some of the players that you're going to definitely want to pay attention to while this game is going on. And we'll just start right from the top. Everything comes from the top down, in my view, and if you've got a solid commander, if you got somebody who knows this game, who manages the pieces on the board, so to speak, you're not going to find a better commander anywhere. And this guy right here, Inchan, he's an OG, been around forever and ever, knows this game, is going to make sure that his squad not only just did a solid week of prep, but you know, he's a great manager, game resource manager, so expect to see him. And the other guy, thank you for this, is Adam 1776 is going to be the artillery guy. The guys who I'll be in his squad today. On a map like Alamein, it's open, so it's not as it's harder to block and lock sectors out. So he's got to be on the top of his game. Now he does have a slight advantage, from what I understand. The British artillery loads slightly faster than their counterpart Axis artillery, so that could be a bit of an advantage for the Allies today. And what would a game of Hell Let Loose be without your ground and pound? You know, the heart and soul of the comp scene is basically your shooters, and there are no better shooters, honestly, in this game than a spree. And I just want to go over a couple of these guys, shout them out. Chris JT, one of those great shooters, puts up big numbers every single comp match. Collab, big guy, always out there. I'm gonna be behind most of these guys. Now we've got Clownface, another huge guy. Excel, squad leading. He'll always be on the front line. Now we've got some really solid, I think these guys were semi-pro or professional shooters. This guy right here, Fignaldo, somebody you need to definitely keep your eyes on. Moving along, we've got Flig. And this guy, because of the map that it is, it's Fortress. This guy has to have a big game, and I've seen him play this. He played against Syndicate on the same exact map, put up huge numbers, so I expect him to have a day today. Also, high-speed Hilly's always going to be considered. Look at the combat effect of this. This guy's always going to be, front door in it and just trying to break things up and punch a hole through the enemy defense. And we're gonna round things out. We've got Paradox, another semi-pro, pro player at one time. He's gonna have probably a huge day, which I totally anticipate. And Pollo Loco, I've seen this guy. Like I said, I've cast many matches. This guy puts up numbers. I mean, he just, watch some of his videos. Crazy, absolutely crazy. We're almost done, guys. I know this is sick, right? But Shaka Zulu, another guy. I mean, there's just so many guys you got to cover. You can't help it. Shaka's huge. And then I got two more. Bear with me. We've got Takahara. Again, look at these combat effectiveness scores. I mean, these guys can really, really play. And the last one that rounds it out, we're going to see U.S. Ranger, okay? So, whew, I know it was a lot. I just wanted to give the guys that love and show them those flowers that they, you know, deserve. They play well, and they should be singled out, you know, and acknowledged for what they do. But they are playing a very, very skilled opponent in Extreme Dinosaurs. So I'm really interested in seeing how, you know, in clutch moments, like WTH is what I call a gamer. Like they're big time. When the chips are on the line, when the game matters, they don't get tight. WTH played Helios the week before, and they came back late and beat them. So let's see what happens today. If a team goes down early, will that team, whoever they are, have the ability to like put that all together, put all those skills together, that combined infantry with tanks and artillery, and come back and take the point, whatever point that is. Now, we're gonna get in game in a second. We'll just go over like some of like the strong points and stuff like that. So. Oh, and you know, I can't even get in. Well, I'm gonna try to get in the admin camera. I'm hoping everything is working. So anyway, might as well just jump right in. See you in. All right, so admin camera's working. That's positive. All right, so our first point, which we have right now, is Valley. It's just one big, huge bowl. And as you can see, lots and lots and lots of close quarter combat fighting right here in this area. And I guess that's the official map. There's our guy, High Speed Hilly, we highlighted earlier. But anyway, let's see, the British will be coming from the right side, where I'll be. Up here is the Desert Rat Trenches, which favors the Allies, I believe. That's in the F4, or excuse me, F3. Whereas, what is this, Oasis? I think Oasis is kind of like in the middle here, right by this cluster of houses, and then Valley. So in terms of like what is the best or most evenly matched up strong point, maybe Valley, then Oasis, I'm not sure how it leans either way. Again, this is one of these non-meta maps. I can't say I know enough or have enough data. So I'm gonna say maybe it could be an Axis lean, and definitely Desert Rat Trenches is an Allied lean. All right, so here we go. What do we get? Right down the middle, Oasis. Okay, well, let me find my artillery guy, Adam. There he is. There's Adam. Whoa, how am I not in Adam's squad? Well, that's kind of cray. All right. I would have thought being in there with the artillery guy would have been the way to go, but all right, we're just gonna have to pick. Ooh, we got Baker. All right, collab. Sorry, buddy. Boot me out if you need to. But we just got to get things started. All right, here we go. Okay, so just as you saw, we've got nodes going on right down below us here. And for those, obviously at this point, if you still don't know the rules, here they are. Protected nodes. These nodes right here are not to be tampered with in any kind of way. Obviously, they're going to generate your fuel, your munitions, and your manpower. Also, the Panther band in this map, or all maps, I should say, just reload time is much faster than the counterpart, which today it will be the Churchill for the for the British, and a single artillery gun. So whatever gun Adam gets in, he'll be in there the remainder of the match. So real quick, head-to-head, everybody. I know everybody loves this. I'll probably get shit on some more, but bring it. Here it is. Infantry, I think, just because of the communication. These are the top-of-the-line shooters. Let's face it. But I'm going to say just because they've worked together so long together, give the nod, slight edge to Spree. Tanks, it's not how many or how high your combat effectiveness score is. I think it's just a matter of can you gain that tank advantage. And I think with the tanks that are out on the board today, I think Axis have a slightly better tank advantage. Artillery, I'm going to go with Adam on that one. Communication, I think Spree works really, really well together. And experience, you know what? Because they beat them. The Dinosaurs have beaten Esprit. I'm going to have to give them the advantage just, on the psychological side. So they have that advantage. But again, a slight lean for Esprit. And there you go. 30 seconds left to start. We're going to jump on. What do we got here? We're going to pull up. Got our rocket snipes, perhaps. We'll just lock on with these fellas here.
Yeah, don't move, guys.
You should both crouch.
Okay.
Getting those last minute instructions in before it goes live, but
crouch, Hilly.
Are we ready?
Also true.
Yeah. Semifinals, baby. Playing for a spot to face off against the 3-time defending champ, WTH. It's going to be exciting. I know it. I know it. So the slow rollout. Commander Inchon dropping supplies, just like you would expect in the G column. Obviously, garrisons would be probably here by the sandbags. Probably another garrison up here somewhere. It's just really hard to sandwich things in. Everything's going to be out in the open. But let's hop with the crew that's a little bit closer to the point.
I don't know what he got.
Hey, let's get that scoreboard up. What do you say? What do you say? Off the start, looks pretty clean. Get in here. These initial gunfights are going to be crucial. Seeing cap progress swelling up to about almost 50% for Esprit. Now it does. Do the Dinosaurs have enough time? I think they do. I think they're just getting settled in. They just need to put the brakes on it quick. Now you did just see that right there. Dinosaurs have pumped the brakes on this cap, and now they're moving it back in their direction. Where are they heading? I'm trying to think. They're probably going to try and wrap from the north. Zoom dropping Alex. Looking for Ames. Gets two. Now Zoom, if he could have got those 2 OPs, he would have been cooking at that moment. But man, great individual effort. And look, right, pulled back even. And right now we're just seeing lots and lots and lots of Dinosaur players up north. They have the high position up north. Or should I say, is that down south? Soul Raver sitting in the point proper with Zoom. Great angles, like great lanes for the Dinosaurs. They look like they're in charge of this, for sure. Yeah, I'm not seeing, I think perhaps Esprit has said, you know what, we're gonna play for the flip. I mean, they're not in the cap. Nobody's in the cap. You have a couple of the OPs to the south, so they're getting ready for flip. I don't think they're actually pushing forward anymore. Things have gotten a little bit, you know, static because they're just waiting, counting time. In about 15 seconds, we'll have our 3-2 going to the Dinosaurs. Almost there. We can call it official. Dinosaurs doing what they do, jumping out just like they did last time. Now can you hold? Now it's a long hour and 20-minute hold. Now MG positioning is going to be important. Got Prankster trying to set up. Now they're trying to probably get some spots for some of the artillery that Adam can drop. Ooh, that's Fig. Fig and Flig, Jesus. Now Lux goes down. Be expected. Quick check of map. Garrisons completely covered in the G column and lots of infantry in the F. So they're putting pressure on Oasis from the south and from, well, not so much from the north, but I think a majority of the attack should come from the south. Sniper versus spotter. It's our guy Gas. This guy's absolutely lights out. I mean, this guy just drops big numbers. I mean, guy averages over 500 combat effectiveness from the sniper position. Roll with the inf. Just seems like you're gonna hold, like you're gonna hold these high grounds, you're gonna hold the plateaus, you're gonna hold. It's easier, much easier, obviously, to shoot down on your opponent. To the west. Paradox Crims going up against many. Now the squad leader, Scripture, making sure he keeps his OP up. But he gets taken out. Not sure by who. Might have been Fuse. Now, Fuse is a guy I remember a lot of the time. He's usually on back defense where he is. He's just patrolling the back end of the cap. That's what I remember him doing from last stream. He's a defensive player all the way. And he'll be locking up against, you know, your frontline players like Talk, who's running that Bren. Trading rounds with Static. Takes down Fuse. So yeah, holding this area to the south. You know, you want to get your OPs up if you're lucky enough to even pop a red zone garrison and try and flank. Obviously, it's hard to put front door pressure when it's out in the open. I don't think this is a viable option. Could go and fly over there real quick and see just how open and exposed it is. Now these are your two main MGs. You got Villain and you've got Fortress. So trying to get that gun established. It's got a hell of a peak. Man. Look at that sight line. Gotta elevate, get up a little higher. Slowly making its way up Churchill. Clownface gets OP. All about taking that space. Getting to the top of the strong point. Now, garrison on the point proper for the Dinosaurs. Probably Clownface is going to relay that up. Adam might switch and start hammering that. And we've also got Fignaldo. Thompson sub, especially as squad lead now. Where is his OP? All right, that's Fignaldo, OP just to the east. Takes out Velati. Fig getting it. Showing off those FPS skills that he's known for. Bombing run. Ally, there it is. It was spotted by Clown. Now was it taken out? Believe so. Garrison's gone. Fignaldo in. OP is still up. Excel also having a adjacent tank support. And now we're starting to see that cap progress. Incredible. Now while simultaneously holding the ridge, the battle's over that ground up top, so you can just shoot down into Oasis. But now this is going to call Soul Raver and Phoenix and the rest of these Dinosaur players to kind of weed out Mikey and Fignaldo. Indra taking his time. Ian Fignaldo. Yes, he sees him. He's going to run into Konashi. Indra's going 2-on-1. He's got the bolt action. Takes down Fignaldo. And he gets Konashi. Big play by Indra. Big play. Taking those two players out of the cap. Mikey comes around and sweeps it up. But here come the reinforcements. MGs have changed positions, and they are great positions to cover the inf. Further moving a full piece. They are 50% capped. Great back and forth. Holy. Yes, sir. Wow, Haggard takes it to the head. Artillery right on time. That MG fire. Nope, tank. Got a tank. Pyro's tank, General Jawbreaker, and Arcadian. There's this big respawn. This is what the light tank is trying to suppress. They own this building. Extreme Dinosaur own that building. So looks like Spree kind of owns the somewhat of the east, but a majority is still owned. These two buildings to the north and to the west are owned by the Dinosaurs. Cell, Velati getting the better of that one. Big satchel gets Velati. This is big zoom. Holding his line. Trying to peek. Dinosaur's doing a really nice job of covering up, testing, and now capturing. Take a quick peek at the map control. A lot of Spree up north, 3-4, and they're fighting their asses off. They do have a red zone garrison, trying to control the 7 and trying to close in while putting pressure front door as well simultaneously. So this is really heating up. This is nice. Here's our guy, Ames. Hella shooter, man. This guy puts up crazy numbers. Collapse amp. Belcher takes a couple to the face, gets another. He's on a 3 kill streak. Trying to get to that high ground along with Mikey. Again, that's the play. If you control the tops of these plateaus. Now he's got that building where Extreme Dinosaurs held most of the, well, at least for the start. It's now owned mostly now by Esprit, so that bodes well for them. Now the building to the north is, or should I say structure to the north, looking a little light for the Dinosaurs. See, right now they're kind of in no man's land. Ginger and Zoom and Indra trying to get into the building. Probably let's follow Indra. Bombing run. See if we can catch bombing run. Or no, precision strike. Let's get that right, huh? Damages the Tiger, doesn't take it out. Got 2/3 cap on Oasis for Esprit. And this might, and it does look like it's going to go back in the hands of Esprit. And I think we can write this one up to Esprit, just a few more seconds. We're going to call it. Hopefully not premature, but there it is. Esprit gets back 3-2 their favor. Now it's time for the Dinosaurs to counterattack. They get down bloody 9. U.S. Ranger probably looking to build garrison near those supplies that are dumped out. Let's check to the north. Like I said, Ranger probably, maybe he wants to go further up to where Butler is here and Hunter. Looking to hold the top. Once again, back and forth, back and forth. Sneaky Vandal and Dabs holding the Tiger, just got a foot into the soft cap. Dinosaurs clawing back. Cap is now 50-50. Oasis up for grabs again. Tiger goes down. Where he's back defending. Now the area just we're hovering above is an elevated position. I think holding this area for the Dinosaurs is everything to getting back into Oasis. So they're going to fight tooth and nail to keep that as a jump off. Now this is interesting. Mr. Do not being inside a tank is quite interesting. Searching for that place for that OP. Probably just check the timer, getting close to placing OP. Obviously, setting OP up here and then looking to launch west and get that high ground, take it away from the Dinosaurs. OG Havald commanding for the Dinosaurs. One of the finest commanders in this game, by the way. Used to be commander for Core back in the day, and those guys went undefeated many seasons. Live to fight another day, I say, yeah? I got gas, boy. Recon flare going out, gets another. OP most likely to get clapped. Mikey just comes off OP. Fuse might clap that if he keeps coming around. Quite crazy, even Atrocity being out of his tank just looks so foreign for me. I've always seen Bossman, Atrocity, Mr. Do always in a tank. So these guys being in. Does that tell the story of tank situation, perhaps? I don't know. Now, we're starting to see the Dinosaurs have been cleared out of this high ground to the west. And, you know, time to change up tactics. So, mount up to the north by this garrison here and try and flank around. Tank, our Churchill today.
Infantry close, infantry close.
Arcadian, Jawbreaker, and Claddle. Just gonna kite back and forth, poke their head out when they need to. I think it's just a matter of containing anything from the north that comes from trying to come across bridge, protect garrison. You know, I always wondered, is that Bren gun OP? I don't really shoot much with it. But it looks like it's winning a lot of these engagements. And you can just see Esprit doing what they should be doing, which is moving forward, taking space, pushing Dinosaurs further and further out of the sector, clearing and pushing them hopefully back off of the sectors 4-5, D 4-5, lean out their front door. With the boy Bloody. Bonzo using that Bren again. Just want to check on this artillery. Do we have? Yeah, we've got Adam in there. Let's give Adam his love. He deserves love for. We'll say it's the grindier, less sexy of the jobs, but definitely a job that's so damn important. So Soul Raver just sitting at the edge, the bottom half of the cap, popping up OP. I don't know if Minecraft was AFK there, but he gets clapped. OP goes down. Scripture, Covenant, rolling, taking space for Crims. Even our commander getting in the shit. What I remember, Inchon usually a defensive commander, sits in the back, but he's frontline today. He's frontlining it. Top with the commander a little bit. Pop that map open. Make sure everything on the back line. Man, these guys have got it solidly locked down. We got one in the G, most defensive, and the F column, just like it was before. But these frontline garrisons, they basically have the 4 so that they can't launch from D4, and they've got another one to the 7. Really bottlenecking them in, just trying to push the Dinosaurs into the 6, 7, and 8, not allowing them the opportunity to flank, keeping them bottled up. Lots of trades. This is exactly what you expect. Two evenly matched inf going up, bashing. Belcher getting the clap on OP. Second Churchill up. Sergeant Fupa. Relic. So they basically stacking tanks to the south in the 6. Trying to control the inf to the north and that front door. Pressure. Let's get over there. Let's see how much pressure they can put on this 4th point watchtower. Jay Quattro running with 1200. Sniper team trying to evade that MG fire. Obviously these guys trying to cap those MGs in the distance. Outrageous ranges. Here comes gas. ADS he sees. And P40 wins. Churchills are starting to move to the north. Got one down to the south. That looks like Crusader. 2 Churchills to the north. Got a recon. Our guy Kaiser coming in with the level 9 satchel coming in for tank. He's gonna crawl his way through. Relic and Fupa up to the task. They see him trying to flank. Once again, the winner of this match is going on to the 2024 seasonal final to face off against WTH, who won earlier this morning, 3-2 against IR Infiltration, the Chinese squad. This will be WTH's 4th opportunity, I think, maybe more. I think it's 4th chance. I think every time they've gotten to the final, they might have won. I might be wrong. There's that top position, Confident using it to his advantage. Grimm's got that Piat. And I want to say the AT, I was told the Piat loads faster. You can get 2 shots off at range of less than 100. Outside 100, it's got a little bit of an arc. takes lead. Scripture gets both. One with the gun, one with the nade. Again, that high ground having to come up. That's what everybody's fighting for. Gas gets his man. Scripture takes him down. Take a quick peek at the map. Nobody around the hard cap oasis for a spree. They basically have said, you know what, we're going to stack our front line and use our garrisons and OPs as radar, anything that lights up red. But they're forcing the dinosaurs to come up with a new way. I don't know if it's airhead. Airheads are generally not that effective, especially on a wide open map like this. So, seeing a lot of pressure here in E5. You know, what I will see, or say I'm seeing, is a lot of spree grouped up, playing tight. Whereas it looks like at times you start to see the dinosaurs a little bit spread out. So they're going to have to tighten up on that. German garrison, front door. Fig might be locking that out. Maybe Havald is trying to unlock it. Round and round we go. Fig gets his mark. And we're just coming up on the midpoint. Quick little recap of how the start. Oasis being our midpoint, as you can see. Off the start, ESPT got a really nice launch from the beginning. We're taking, I'd say probably about halfway cap, but Dinosaurs came back and just took it right away. Like, took the whole entire cap right back, not contested, and held midpoint for about, I want to say about 5, maybe 10 minutes. But spree came back right around the 10-15 minute mark, and now they've been in charge of Oasis now for the last, I'm going to say, 20-25 minutes. Garrison on the point was locked out. Our man from the morning. The cheekiest spots. You expect nothing less. Ooh, gets clapped. That was a great spot myself. Bombing run. Bomb trenches to the north. Let's see. It's going for tank. It's going to be just off. Tank's already dead. king of the hill. Always touching Bonzo. So all these engagements have been pushed out of our midpoint, which is Oasis in the distance, quite a bit. 400 meters, 2 grids. And this is what you want to see if you're a spree. Keep them fighting outside of sector. Run into. Gets his man coming around. Things are quite sporadic. It's sporadic fighting. It's just, it's like seeing Spree all the way up in the top of the 3 clown and bodies all the way down map edge to the south and Boomer Sooner. I mean, these guys are spread out the whole damn map from top to bottom. Try and get some of the action up north. I haven't even called out my other guys. I haven't seen Shaka. Boy, not too fancy. Boy, a local running spotter today. Helping the squad anyway, popping those recon flares out. Basically hold the north, check that garrison. This is where you're going to constantly want to flare. This is where they might jump off from. It's not one of these maps where you could just stand out in the open and not worry too much. What's our man Raisin doing? Here's a significant omission. I have not seen Thorpe yet. So Inf, Recon up here. Steve, Ignaldo, man, they're rapping, surrounding these guys. aircraft taking down the commander. Getting a little bit of cap progress now. Shaka there. Well, there's Shaka. Wow. One full squad. Shaka and his squad forcing that big redeploy. Just being a thorn in the side of your enemy. Just constantly keep forcing them to pull guys off the front line in order to defend their fourth. And meanwhile, this front door pressure is significant. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3 squad leads, a garrison, a front door garrison, uncontested really, and OPs as well. So if you're not needing guys back on defense, keep pressing forward, and I think that's what we're seeing from Esprit. And that's going to take the attack away from Dinosaurs, because they've got at least 12 guys on defense now. Taking Kaiser out. We've got tank's really not doing much. You know, you don't have to kill Inf when you've got Excel here guarding your tank. I mean, you don't have to put yourself in harm's way. Let the Inf do their job. Get that German artillery. Trying to lighten up the area just outside of soft cap. So here's your stalemate. Gaining those trenches is what the Dinosaurs are trying to do. Because they're just going to be back and forth trading. Now if you get some MG with some crossfire to give your infantry a chance to make that run, like Phoenix here trying to do that. One guy across is not enough. We need an SL. Clap some OPs. There he is. Bonzu. I wonder what he's got to have a crazy kill score. Where's Bonzo at? There he is, 322. Down goes AT gun. But who we got way here in the back, huh? Playing spotter. Oh, we do have Kendrick. Kendrick on artillery. What is U.S. Ranger doing out here? Just relaying information. Spotting things for artillery, perhaps. You're this deep. You're just helping. You're helping the command. You're helping everybody. Just spotting things. Gets his OP up. Now he's traversed that open space. Now if he can get a couple spawns off and clear the building for press F. Everest. Here comes the hit squad. Chanel gets his man. And who got the next kill? Banzu. Crazy playing out of his head today. Man, Inf. ESPT Inf. Making me look good on my head-to-head. So now, this area to the north, which is probably the most reasonable jump-off point, is now in the hands of Spree. Time is starting to run short. We just crossed the 1 hour mark. 30 minutes basically left in the match. And it's pretty much been a Spree. Right after a little bit of a shaky start, Spree's come back in a big way and have been dominant pretty much most of the match. Winning a lot of the gunfights. It's pretty much been the story of the day. But again, we see it always late. I've seen the match with this same exact team, a Spree down 2-3 late, 10 minutes left against Syndicate, and Syndicate had a lapse, and Spree capitalized on it and beat them in the last 10 minutes. Now, let's see what happens. I don't think a Spree's going to let that happen, but you never know. And they were saying the pressure of the big match. Are you gamers? You can start to get a little bit more serious when you get close. Can you close it out? E9 trying to work those angles. Gets Chanel. Get a peek on Fignaldo. Gets Fig. Dodging those AP or HE rounds from the tank. Let's go B9. Toggle lean for the win, baby. Come on. Hey, we stay with you, man. Come on. This is that shot against Bonzo. Yeah, he don't miss. Bonzo don't miss with that damn... That Bren gun is his best friend. Jesus. I haven't seen him lose a head-up gunfight yet. Takes down squad lead. Round 2. Man, gets another. It's bloody 9. Claps OP while he's at it. Bonus. Gets taken down by MG. But Bonzo's my MVP right now. MVP all the way. Man of the match. That's easy money right there. Got our first tank engagement. Churchill goes down. repair station getting destroyed. Bullet doing his best to patch that bitch up. There's our man E. Gets Fig in a great spot. Covering the back end. These are starting to get a little tight now. You know, we haven't really seen much of a mounted attack anywhere from Dinosaurs. It's a little bit concerning at this point. They're very, like I said, spread out quite a bit. Gas going down the Crims. Elite 1 Tiger. That's huge. Front door, lighting it up. Gotta hop on with Draysky. America. If you. Nice job of repositioning. I don't think he's going to see Fignaldo move. He's locked in. There's smoke. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I mean, it was intense back and forth for like the first 30, but it's, you know, it's kind of flattened out a little bit, but it's still exciting. And you know what? There's going to be an all-in from the Dinosaurs, you know, probably within the next 10 to 15 minutes. So I don't think they're just going to lay down and just not push this midpoint oasis. I think it's going to have to come with gaining this top position here where our squad leader Lavos is. So this area is going to get real hot real quick. Trying to avoid that MG fire from across the way. You can see Takahara and Dahmer. Eyes locked in on this ridge. If you crest this ridge. Covenant and couldn't even catch his name. Redeployed so quick. Yep. Now, unless the snipers or the tanks can do something about these MGs, Bloody Nine's day is done. He's not going to be able to get over. I mean, maybe he could. Maybe he can get through that, down into where you see 1200 in scripture. Comet just dropping down out of nowhere. Yeah, definitely coming around the backside. Okay, we got a nice little push coming up underneath. Again, this is quite a bit out of sector. Sector is EF 5 and 6, but they must gain control. Dinosaurs must gain control of the area in the 7 in order to have a chance to get up underneath Oasis. Got to attack in stages. So they've got a lot of work and not a lot of time. Power with a quick flick. Let's go, Hell, bro. Paradox, yeah. And he takes down OP. Solid play. Paradox with another big play. You know, if I'm SL in there, I might not do that. Let some guys spawn off now. There's no chance. Paradox with the kill on the squad leader and takes down the OP. Hellbro is back. Wants that same spot. Runs into scripture. Scripture gets. Now he's on the hunt for OP again. Smart play, looks behind, trying to lighten up this area to the north, trying to splash, take out some inf. Allow your infantry to get around, get onto that plateau. Take a quick peek and see how we got the tank situation. We got any tanks? We do have a heavy. Oh, I'm right by that. That looks might be in a little bit of trouble in a second. Sure, 1200 said something to Claro, our TC today. Just over that ridge. He's got the looks. I'm sure he hears it. But maybe that's the bait. Maybe they've got a tiger sitting on top somewhere. Wow, gets a shot on something. Wow, takes out the AT gun. Our SL running map edge, trying to get around Minecraft, trying to wiggle his way. You know, it's going to take something real sneaky, maybe something by the hangars and come up around. But again, this is why this garrison is here as a trigger. Anything that gets deep, that's going to light up that garrison. Spree bomb run. Let's go, gas. OP clap. Takes down Covenant. Next is Shaka. Get Shaka too. Lots and lots of trades, man. It's crazy. Here comes Churchill. Very aggressive. I like it. Probably at this point, they've got 900 fuel. A lot of tanks on the field already. Map control, pretty solid. I mean, that's about the only issue right there in the south. Tank. They're comfortable. Comfortable bringing tanks up. As long as you just don't overextend, you're going to be just fine. You know, and it's about closing out the match. Helios had it on SMD or SME and lost it within the last 10 minutes. So good teams find a way, and Dinosaurs, don't count them out. They haven't really launched a full attack yet, so you know, we'll know in the next, I'm gonna say it's go time in about 5-6 minutes. That's when you're gonna see all the bombing runs and airheads and one last shot. Now it's up to Spree to kind of predict where it's gonna happen and meet it head on. Gets blood. Finish the job. Missed the shot. Gets his man. A little fighting within the fights. Way up north, we're engaging targets. Rondo with sights. What's he got? Down line. And they're just locked in. Both tanks plus AT gun. basically controlling that hill. Not even. I want to say this is probably the closest I've seen dinosaurs in a long time. They've got that top plateau, and now they got the positions. Now they can fire down on the spree. I mean, still quite a distance from Oasis, our mid. Over 400 and change meters away, but they're within striking distance. Couldn't say that 30 minutes ago. Sale trying his best to let him know Kaiser's about to get that box on. I think he's got it. Box is on. That's huge. That tank that's controlling the southern half of the strong point, the sector I should say, is about to go down. Kaiser with a nice job. Great play. A few seconds, that thing is done. Who can fill the void? Soul Raver getting it on with Inchon. Games. Boy, Ames is no joke, man. Despite the tank going down, infantry doing a nice job of not giving up that space, not allowing dinosaurs to take advantage of that nice play by Kaiser. We're down to about 5 minutes, 2 minutes for the cap, 5 minutes. This is just about go time. I mean, I think real soon we're going to see an abandonment of defense from the dinosaurs. Now the question is, will Esprit attempt to put pressure to get that full reset on Watchtower? I don't see anything at the moment. I think they're just going to stay and hunker down and turtle. Yeah, to get to Watchtower is no easy thing. Here come the tanks, Stab, Sneaky, Vandal moving up. Yeah, all the armor sitting on defensive points now are starting to move up. It's final push time. Again, getting control of the south and pushing up, but man, Esprit's been like masterful performance. I mean, like on two teams that I think are the best teams. You know, I mean, you could throw WTH in that as well, but playing extremely well. And if they can hold for the next 4 minutes, deserve it of that shot at that second. I think it's their second back-to-back finals. And they're going to get their shot at you know, beating the big dogs, beating the champs, the 3-time champs. Tank is running into light work for now, but I'm pretty sure Boomer, once he's spotted, this tank is spotted, you're going to start to see AT. Again, fighting over what this is basically the strong point to the south, which is Valley, big bowl. You can control Valley, then you can launch to the next part, which is where Captain is, and Oasis, which is our midpoint. Here we go. Just outside of the cap. This is where they pretty much been the whole entire time. This is their best chance of getting in. Gus clearing out the whole entire spawn and getting the OP. Here we go, man. Buckle up. It's about to be interesting. Full court press is about to happen in 2 minutes. Get a little closer up. Man, and you can just see Spree is just winning all these battles. Jaeger with the clap of OP, cleaning up the area, nice. Minute 30. You know, and for guys to be out this far, crazy. You know, they're not giving up that space and saying, let's pull it back. No, they're cooking, man. They're behind them. Man, they're really disrupting anything from mounting for the Dinosaurs. They can't even set up an attack. They're just constantly harassing the back end. Down to a minute. Oasis sitting in the distance, 300 meters. Here comes Airhead. Now, that would be insurance from Incheon dropping Airhead. Plus, he probably should be putting up Reinforce if he's got it, which I'm pretty sure he does. And yeah, he's got enough manpower. Man, this is GG. I mean, wow. It looked a little shaky in the beginning. But man, Spree literally marched right back 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes most, after they lost the cap off the start, and won all these gun battles and basically just boxed out Dinosaurs. And they're going to the Spring Seasonal Final to face off on WTH. Amazing. Let's pull up the stats real quick before y'all run out of here. Incheon doing what Incheon does. Big score, build. Guys played solid. Sergeant Fupa in that tank, 2,500. Very solid, very economical. Man, the Gant squad. Holy shit, Covenant. Come on, baby. Give me a G note. Man, and hey, Eric Hartman and your crew. Striker, Codex, 3,100. Big day, big day. Let's get to the side for the Dinosaurs. like I said earlier, in big moments, the team step up and pressure didn't get to Esprit. I think they're ready to take on WTH, probably feeling really confident after this win against a very, very strong Dinosaur squad, who personally I thought were the favorites to win seasonal. And Esprit is in top form. That'll about do it. Impressive. Give our commander Inshan that much deserved accommodation. Yep, and we're gonna pull it back into the studio, wrap things up. Whoa. Wow. I was a little bit surprised, honestly, that it seemed that it didn't seem like a struggle for Esprit. I mean, I know Dinosaurs didn't lay down and they played hard throughout. It's just like, wow. I mean, there was a moment where it did seesaw a little bit, but I mean, literally after the 30-minute mark for the last hour of the match, Esprit just dominated the whole entire time. So yeah, that knocks Dinosaurs down into the third or whatever they're playing for placement now at this point. What else? Yeah, we could just pull up some of the stats. Let's get an idea. So yeah, now you can see Esprit and WTH move on to week 13, and now that drops. Let's see, IR to face XD for third place and fourth place respectively, and the other matches are going on. Helios refuse 116 and 82nd today, so they're going to get their placements for looks like 5th and 6th place. So yeah, that's how it's going to end. One more week, and I have a feeling Mr. Altberg will be doing that final. I'm excited to see it. The guy always puts on a class production, so I'm there for it. I can't wait to see it. But before I go, one more time, we'll give that man a plug for what he's done for the community. Definitely check the link out. Share this video with people, friends, get the word out about comp. Also our man Kaiser. Don't forget to show him some love. And my man Florian, of course. And last but not least, show me a little bit of love. Throw that like on there. Spread the word. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Probably not going to get rostered. It's Mr. Altberg who will be doing that, so definitely jump on this stream. I will be, and that might wrap it up for now. But yeah, we'll definitely be back probably in a couple weeks. Take a little time off before the next, well, I guess APL will start up. Probably, I'm going to think probably around September. So I'm going to be off, probably just doing scrims. Hell, I might even just play a little bit, get some trigger time myself. But anyway, you guys have a great afternoon, great evening. It was a pleasure. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and catch you on the next one. Take care.